This episode was brought to you guys by Credit Repair Hacks. Credit Repair Hacks is one of the world's first AI digital credit repair softwares. You're able to repair your credit directly from your phone. The system will detect any account that's negative, write a full dispute letter based on the items that's on your credit report, all from your phone. If you use my link, guys, you can get this for $29 a month. I'll leave that in the show description. What's poppin', what's good? Man, what's happening with y'all? It's your host D Saul with another episode of the Money Talk Mondays podcast where we talk about all things money. Today, we're going to be talking about these credit scores. The most common reason why most people can't buy a home is because they simply don't have the credit score. I know a lot of people that want to buy a home this year, next year, but they just don't have the credit score. I get so many questions all the time from everybody. What credit scores do I need? Can I use Credit Karma? Is this credit score right? Well, today my plan is to clear up a lot of these questions about the score that you need. I'm going to be talking about looking and analyzing your credit report. We're going to be talking about the FICO score, the score that y'all need to look at. I'm going to give y'all the game today. Y'all ready? Well, let's hop right in the show. First, I'm going to go through a quick couple of pages of my book and show y'all the difference between FICO and the VantageScore. We're going to go through like 2 pages of my book and I'll teach y'all a little bit about them both. 9 times out of 10, if you're applying for a home loan, a car loan, any major purchase, that lender is probably looking at your FICO score. So it's a must that I begin this off talking about good old Credit Karma. A lot of people always saying Credit Karma is inaccurate, Credit Karma is not the right score to look at, Credit Karma is wrong. Now there's a truth in a little bit of that, but Credit Karma isn't necessarily inaccurate, right? Credit Karma isn't a good credit score if you're planning on buying a home simply because it doesn't show you your FICO score. It shows a version of your Vantage score, okay? Now don't get me wrong, Credit Karma isn't necessarily bad, it just doesn't show you everything. Right? Credit Karma is a good tool for like a daily monitor on your credit report. You know, you're not in credit repair, you're not trying to do anything major. You just want to know and get alerts for certain things that hit your credit report. Credit Karma is okay for that. But if you plan on buying a home, Credit Karma just won't do it because it doesn't even show you all 3 credit scores. It doesn't show you all 3 scores from all of the bureaus. And as you know, when you do a home loan, the lenders look at your middle score. If Credit Karma only showing you 2 scores, then you'll never know what your middle score is. Now let's talk about the difference between the two. As I mentioned earlier, FICO is what most lenders are looking at. Right? They weigh things a little bit differently, but the FICO score is typically what you want to look at if you want to know your true credit score that most lenders are looking at. Now the Vantage score, Credit Karma uses a Vantage score, CreditWise uses a Vantage score. Vantage score isn't bad, it's just a good way to track certain things. So to answer any questions about Credit Karma, yes, those scores are accurate, but it's accurate based on a Vantage scoring model. Now the Vantage score model is legit. You see here is the 3 major bureaus created it. Okay, it's also commonly used by lenders. I've actually had a couple of mortgage lenders that uses a Vantage score. FICO is just the most common, right? Most times for Vantage scores, it's for those apps that's monitoring your credit for free. You know, those apps on your phone, CreditWise and things that come with your bank. Most of them use a Vantage score. So that's a quick little spiel about both of the credit score formulas. You can always go get a copy of my book. I'll leave that in the description and you can read all about the different types of credit scores. So to answer y'all question, man, what score do you actually need? You're gonna need a minimum of a 580 credit score. However, I recommend you getting a 620 or above. That's if you're planning on qualifying for a home loan. I recommend a 620, 640 credit score to get the best approval. Loans like FHA has a minimum requirement of 580, but it comes with so many stipulations, right? The lower your credit score, the more they're going to want to see, more assets they're going to want to see, more reserves that they're going to want to see in your bank account, right? May even require you to have more income. Way more strict on your DTI. When you have a low credit score, they're going to look at all of those things a little bit harder. So you get a 620, 640, it'll put you right there in that safe zone. And with all that being said, it's important to see what your FICO score is if you're planning on buying a new home. MyScoreIQ shows you your FICO score. This is the score that is pretty similar to the score that your lender will see when they run your credit. I always recommend people to come here if they planning on buying a home. This will give you an accurate measure of how close or how far away you are from making that dream a reality. If you go in here and you see your score is under 500, you know you got a lot of work to do. However, if you check your FICO score and you're in the 600 range, you might not be that far away. So it's good to have a good indication of what your FICO score is before you hop on that home buying process. And while I like MyScoreIQ, you can get it for $1, right? You don't have to pay a lot of money just to see what your credit scores are. It's a very, very detailed credit report. It shows everything from all different line items. You'll get an in-depth look at exactly what's on your credit report. And this is your FICO score, y'all. MyScoreIQ is super legit, y'all. And of course, I'll leave a link for y'all to sign up right there in the description. Now, as promised, I told y'all I'll give y'all a couple of tips that I tell all my home buyers. The very first and most simple thing is to monitor your credit score pretty much every week. You want to know everything that's on your credit report. The last thing you want to do is wait 3, 4, 5 months and that new derogatory account been sitting there. Did you know that the quicker you're able to attack those new derogatory marks that hit on your credit report, the easier it is to get them deleted? If you send that dispute out as soon as it get on there, those creditors will quickly understand that you're not playing games and they definitely don't want to get sued by breaking one of the FCRA laws. So you got a real easy chance of getting that deleted the quicker you see it on your credit report. And my last tips is to get those negative accounts gone, baby. You can use my book, learn everything about building your credit. Even if you're paying someone else to repair your credit, you'll know all of the secrets on building it. And once you're building it while it's being repaired, you'll see results quicker. You'll reach your goals a whole lot faster. Speaking of my book, what most people do is get my book and learn about credit anyway. My book breaks down the entire credit repair process. And it gives you all of the secret methods and secret hacks and tips on building it while it's being repaired at the same time. 10% of each copy that sells goes to my efforts of teaching financial literacy to all the high school kids in the world, y'all. Y'all go check that out. I'm gonna put that in the description too. If y'all want me to drop more credit hacks and credit secrets, leave tips in the comments. I'm super grateful for all of my supporters out there. Y'all really been doing y'all thing lately, showing up for OD Saul, man. I appreciate you. I'm grateful that y'all trust me to teach y'all about all of this money, all of these hacks, buying real estate and building up those credit scores. And on that subject of gratitude, it's only right that we bring this thing in with another gratitude session. I had a couple of listeners leave a voicemail. Let's check that out. Big gratitude. Man, I appreciate you leaving that. Let's hop on to the next one. Being grateful in your life is so important. Let's check out that last gratitude message. And that's a wrap, y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all leaving those gratitude messages for me today. It truly warms my heart to hear these messages of gratitude. Gratitude is literally the single most important thing in our life. We have to be grateful for the things that we have. Because on this journey of always trying to get somewhere else, it feels so good to appreciate the things that we already accomplished and that we already have in our life. Y'all do me this one last favor. Hit that like button, press that share, and send this to somebody that you think may need this information. Every time you hit that like button, it triggers that algorithm to get this message to people just like you who need to hear this information. So you know I'll appreciate that. And if I ain't out of favors yet, y'all do me this one last favor. If you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, leave me a review. You never know when somebody's scrolling for a new podcast about real estate and money, and that one review that you leave is enough to entice them to give my show a chance. Leave me a review, leave comments, show me some love, y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all. And if you listen this far in the episode, this is confirmation that now is the right time. You've been working, you've been praying, and now it's finally time for all of that hard work to pay off. And if any of those goals are real estate related, you know I can help people in all 50 states. Give me a call. Until the next episode, y'all, I'm sending you peace. I'm sending you major love. And I hope you stumble on some new money this week. Peace.
Boss beat, boy.